So some of you sent me your essays, I think, and I've been able to evaluate only two. I sent Vansh and YD their feedback.
Yes, sir.
And who else sent the essay?
Sir, I sent.
I'll send the feedback very soon. And YT, right?
Sir, YD or YT?
Me.
YT.
Okay, sir. Mine, yeah, I also sent, sir.
Yeah, I'll go through them.
Okay.
And me too, Ranisha. Yours too, then. I will check that also first. Dreamy has yet to send it, no problem, and she can send it later. And did you do your reading work? Who didn't do it?
Sir, I did.
You what?
I meant I did it.
Yeah, because I know like most of you are going to be in the affirmative. I'm asking about the person who didn't do it. Anyone? And okay, since you didn't do it, no problem, Dreamy. Anyone else?
I also didn't do it.
Okay. Anyone in the Me Too movement here? No. Okay. So those who did it, how do you feel about it now? The
I
reading
didn't
section.
understand. I did read it, but I didn't understand.
No problem. You didn't understand anything.
Sir, reading as in which one? Like the MC audio hearing part?
If you asked me such dumb questions, I'll rip myself apart then. Listening is audio related, information or reading?
Listening is audio related.
The graph
Then,
one, right?
Oh, the
I'm so
table
sorry,
one.
what?
The graph.
Well, I read the table
Oh,
one.
the London one, right? The railway.
Oh yeah, sir. I read that. I did that.
Are you okay, sir?
Usratapun, what's it like? Usratapun खून के आंसू रोया. What are you saying as in reading? I assigned you one piece of homework yesterday, didn't I? There
Yeah.
was one test with 40 questions. Has anyone done it?
It
We
was
have
not a question. It was just 15 or 20, I guess.
This Ananya Pandey tone will not work, but as in, but 1 to 40 it was.
Oh, I
1
forgot.
to,
I forgot. I
Sir,
completely forgot.
आपने which you just gave one, right? The London railway station. I
I
did
think
that.
from the IELTS book
And
17, the pages
that is the
27
railway station that is going to be my location of, the
40
suicide.
question wala.
Wait,
I
let me
thought we
open
just
it.
had to do that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Like, see, I may look like a loser, but I'm like Chandler Bing. My jokes will not stop, so you'll have to get used to it. So, even if they are lame, sorry. A reading test has this is a warning. Actually, I might reply like this also sarcastically, so don't mind anything. Like this, it starts at 1, which is a revelation, and it ends at 40. And since I think you can do it, I'm trying the test teach test method. I want to see what you can do, and then I will teach you what you can't do, because we don't have a lot of time. So has anyone done 1 to 40? No one? It's okay. You can do it after this class. And you tried it, Ranisha, but you're not able to do anything. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Ranisha, you'll have to speak. You were not able to do any questions? Were you not able to do any
Which
questions, Bain?
questions?
Reading questions.
Sir, I thought you were talking about the graph.
So that was sent by me, I think, a couple of hours before the class. And that was just to be read. That's what we're going to do today.
Sir, that is done, sir.
Yeah, sir, that is done.
Yeah, thank you. But did you do anything about your reading, Renisha?
No, sir.
You didn't do it? Okay, you can do it then, all of you maybe today, whatever. And then you can, then I'll see like where you stand, what your weaknesses are. And you did 20 questions, did you, Shravani? What's your score?
Sir, I could not attempt like half because like even in the true and false, the questions are not relating. I just guessed at like some part of it, whatever I understood from the paragraph.
I'll see to it. Let me just note this down.
Sir, is it because like that is meant to be heard from the audio and then we're supposed to answer it, right?
पैराग्राफ दिया है उससे.
No, no, but like there's an audio file for it as well, right?
No
Yes.
reading
This
homework.
is
I'll as in start reading tomorrow. F it. So sorry to say that, but please, yeah. Don't talk about it now. I'll fall down. I will deal with reading myself, as in don't worry. You don't have to do anything. It's on my agenda now. Okay. So we are here and here. Okay, great. Fine, then let's start the class. So this is what the second speaking section looks like. Go through it. Who has sent me a message? Me too. Okay, Ranisha. Glad. This is something that you will see there, as in they'll present you with such a card, and you'll be given 1 minute to prepare for it, and you'll have to speak for 2 minutes. It's like 1 to 2 minutes, but you should speak for 2 minutes. And have you been through it, all of you? Okay, read it aloud for us. Why D, Mr. Desai?
Describe an interesting TV program you watched about a science topic. You should say what science topic this TV program was about, when you saw this TV program, what you learned from this TV program about a science topic, and explain why you found this TV program interesting.
Now remember, I hope all of you have seen a science program at a point in life. Even if not in detail, Discovery Channel or something. Okay, first of all, I showed you the reading test yesterday, no? Didn't I? I opened the book and I took you through it. Yeah, you have made me doubt myself. Let it be. So such is a case, as in you get such a task and all. And remember, these points, you can use them, but they are not necessary. Did you watch my video? That part only, part 2,
yeah,
with that Oxford person.
Yes.
McDonald.
Yeah, KFC. Yeah, so that one. It was a little, I think, longer as far as I remember, but you have to speak for only 2 minutes. And these points are not necessary. You have to talk about the heading as the compulsory thing. They are just to aid your speaking, but if you want to use them, use them. And you can take some notes there. They'll provide you with a piece of paper or whatever, and you can use your card and your notes while you're speaking. However, what if you didn't know anything about the topic itself? Then what do you think you will do?
Make up an
Sir,
imaginary TV show.
Not a bad option.
I think we can go in the negative. Like I haven't seen any, so I don't have any much.
Excellent. Perfect. So see, now come the smarts. What you will do is what I'm going to show you. By the way, if you don't know, this is my website and it has a lot of useful materials. I'll walk you through it a little later. Now listen to this person.
No, you're not. In part two, the examiner will say, and here is your topic. I would like you to describe blah, blah, blah. If, for example, the topic is, I would like you to describe a movie that you liked, right? And you've never seen a movie. It's okay. Relax. Say, you can begin by answering like this. Well, I've never seen a movie. And the reason I've never seen a movie is I think they're too expensive, or they're silly, or I much prefer to read a book. And I read many books. My friends like to watch movies. You can talk for 10 minutes about why you don't watch movies and the other things that you prefer to do. And that's perfectly okay.
So if you don't know anything about the topic, one of the options, I think it was suggested by Vanch, cook up a story. You can be creative there. Then, as YD said, you can explain why you don't know anything about it, no problem. And also, you can say, I don't know anything about this, but I know a lot about that, so I'm going to talk about that. Like in the video, he says, if you don't have a movie at your disposal, as in, I don't know anything about movies, I'm going to talk about a book. Clear? Do you understand it, all
Yes,
of
sir.
you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now we're gonna listen to some really. So YD, we're gonna start with you. Remember, in this part, you're not shown the clock over there, nor do you have a watch at your disposal. So I'll tell you when to start and when to stop. Okay, I will not show you the timer. Let me use my phone.
Sir, I haven't prepared anything. That is fine, right?
So I'm giving you the preparation time. Think 1 minute. Preparation time starts.
Sir, I can make
Remember, yes, please. As he speaks, the others will have to listen to him, and I can ask any of the other people to give him some feedback. So if on the other side you're listening to Kala Chashma, remember, I'm a very bad person. Preparation time starts. Okay. YD, turn on your mic. When the 2 minutes are over, I'll stop you. Please start speaking.
Okay, so my topic is to talk about an actress that will make up a great pair with Vanch. So I think in my mind that one should particularly make a great pair with a very known actress, Disha Patni, as I know that both of them are interested in going to the gym, hitting the gym. So I think that they would make a great pair by going to the gym together, building up muscle, growing with each other, and then That would be one of their accomplishments, as they both are into fitness. So I think that is a very good point, as fitness is important. And I know Vansh, so he also loves to go to the gym, and so does Disha, so that would be a plus point. Also, I would like to include that they um, I would also like to add on that they both would look together. For example, they would be like the power couple if anyone wanted any inspiration or something. As I think both of them look great. Not individually, they look very pretty, handsome, and yeah, that's it.
It's okay. Tiger is not in the class. You can continue. Okay, there's laughter in my head. But okay, this time I'll not give you instant feedback. In place of that, I'll send you some feedback in the morning. I'll have the recording. I will resort to it maybe, or I'm making notes and all as well. I think it was a terrific start as in YT, but I don't know why you lost your Disha in between. What happened to you? It's Vansh's girlfriend, not yours. So why were you lost?
Sir, I couldn't
In
think of
place,
much in so less time, so I
so what you could have done would
Sir,
be
instead, can you ask others to give the feedback? Really sorry to interrupt.
I will, but wait. You are happy because of Disha, I know. Hold your horses, pun intended. Uh, I was saying you could have added things like what she does. Otherwise, she's an actress. She has acted in this film and that. What Vansh has done, Vansh has solved some grammar questions. So that is why they are very compatible. And Vansh belongs to this family. Uh, that lady belongs to that family. And I watched her in that film. There's a lot to talk about. Have you ever seen two aunties talk? Yaksh.
yeah, sir.
So it starts at, what are you doing? Oh, you have cooked this. My mother-in-law used to cook it very well. But then, my sister-in-law would come. Her that sister-in-law's neighbor is a banker. I don't like banks nowadays. I think they are not really useful. In place of that, we should be investing in some other options and all. See, from thread to thread to thread, right? Or have you
Yes.
seen
Sir, you're lagging.
Sorry. I said, have you ever seen Coffee with Karan?
Oh, yes, sir.
So you can talk nonsense. No problem. I love that show, by the way. So did you, when you stopped, when you were not able to hear me, had I completed my auntie point?
No.
I was just saying like how aunties talk, they start at something now, now they start at something. Oh, you're cooking this vegetable. My mother-in-law used to cook it. She would add this spice, that spice. But then my sister-in-law would come, her neighbor is a banker, but we should not invest in banking related things nowadays. My husband was saying mutual funds are better, but I think mutual funds are also related to banks and all. Anything to anything. That's what I'm
Yes,
trying to
sir.
say,
Yeah.
right? So, but it was a brilliant start. One positive that you noticed, Shravani,
What? Can you repeat?
any positive that you noticed about Yaksh's performance, or were you too jealous of Disha?
No, I'm not jealous about anything.
Then, what can you tell us a positive that you noticed in his performance?
Like maybe the speed of thinking.
Okay, but he had thought very little. It's okay. Vansh, release your horses.
Well, one positive was that he could find out the common characteristics between the two people that he chose or was given.
Thank God
Secondly,
he didn't say two celebrities he chose. Okay, yeah.
I mean, since you're saying it, so maybe.
Yeah.
So, second point, I would mention that actually that's about it for the positive side.
Okay.
So you're lagging.
Any negative that you noticed, Dreamy?
The lack of thinking capacity near the end. He just stopped in between after he said about a few points, and he couldn't think of anything.
You're copying me, right? I am to you what Disha is to Vansh. Okay. Cool. Very good start. I'm proud of you, YD. Let's move. Renisha, preparation time starts. Is she here or is she watching Baki too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your friendship depends on these things. Now I'm playing. I'm being Karan Johar. Okay, turn on your mic. Please
Okay,
start speaking.
so the topic which I got is to talk about a gift that I would like to give to Dreamy. So, well, choosing the perfect gift involves a thoughtful consideration of consideration, as you need to know the person's likes and dislikes. And knowing my friend Dreamy, I know exactly what she would like, and that is why I would like to gift her a novel. And because recently she was reading a book called The Silent Patient, and every time she sat down to read it, I could see that she enjoys reading. And the book was about a lady. The book was about a lady who was like who killed her husband, and then she remained silent for years. So this book was a great book, and it had many plot twists. And seeing her enjoying her book, I thought of gifting her a book called Verity, written by Kulan Hoover. Hoover. And this book has many twists, and I think my friend Jimmy would like this gift. And I'm eagerly waiting for a special day so that I can surprise her with this gift. Mhm. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me just do something with the network so that we don't face those issues again. Give me just 10 seconds. Okay. Hopefully there'll be no problems. There'll be no problems now. Okay, again a brilliant start, but you reminded me of a comedian. Like I've not seen her properly, but there's one meme that goes around. No, I hate poha. Like she speaks very slowly. There's one comedian like that. Why are you speaking like that? Are you tired,
Yeah, yeah,
or has Dreamy been mean to you in the past?
that is always so.
Um, so one of the twists is that Renisha kills Dreamy. But anyway, a lovely start, a great start. The speed could have been better, but it's okay. Friendship matters. Okay. Why D? Any positives? Remember, she likes killing.
Yeah, sir. I noticed that she could think of many things in such a short span of time, more than
No
me,
doubt.
to be honest. So yeah, that was a plus point.
Any areas to work on? A white T?
Sir, confidence and delivery, maybe. Like, how do you say it? Like, she was saying very slow pitched,
Yeah.
like taking unusual pauses. I'll say.
No, no. She was not unnatural or unusual at any point. I could see that it was slow, but it was not unnatural or unusual, whatever you used. But yeah,
Yeah,
at certain points, I wanted to say "jaldi kar panvel nikalna" and all. So as in, it was like that a little at certain junctures.
confused.
Tired, I think. She was not confused at all. She was very smooth. So well done, Renisha. Mama would be so proud of you. Okay, now we will move on to something more interesting first. Right, this is the reality, I think. So these are the boys and one uncle, of course. And you can see some stats. There's an illustration.
Why do I have 88 girlfriends?
Sir, I think YD should have 88 girlfriends.
We'll see. Now the girls are going to have a task, and that is Shravani will have to introduce this illustration. Dreamy will give me an overview of the stats, and Renisha will have to describe the illustration. Let's see what you do. You have 1 minute to think. The girls, the boys can enjoy their stats till now. Oh, sorry, till then. Is she performing Garba? What was that?
So the introduction should be like how much minutes? Is it okay if it's short?
It can be very short,
Okay, then I
as short as the number of girlfriends I have. Okay, fire it away, Shravani.
okay. So the following table shows the number of girlfriends the guys have. So there are 4 guys. YD.
That's all. That's all. Okay, yeah, you can mention that if you wish. Yeah.
Fight once Sudhir.
YD mentions the excellent introduction. Dreamy overview.
Sir, so the given tabular column showing the number of girlfriends YD has a YT once
This is
has.
the introduction. This is the introduction. It's been
Sir, then what
done.
can I say in an
The
overview?
overview. You think about it. I'm testing you a little.
Okay, so we'll start by the person who has the most number of girlfriends, which is
Yes.
Vansh. He has a
Uh,
number of 88
in the
girlfriends.
overview, you won't give the stats. You can say Vansh has the
Okay,
highest
okay,
number
okay,
of
okay,
girlfriends
precise. I got it, I got it.
and Sudhir should
So,
die.
okay.
Right? Something
And
like
in
this.
contrast, Sudhir has the least number of girlfriends, while YT has a medium
No,
amount of girlfriends.
overview would, if you have said that Vansh is at the top and Sudhir is about to die, it means YD and YT are in between. So the overview was over at that point. That
Ah,
Vansh is the
okay.
hero and Sudhir is at the bottom.
Okay, sir,
Got
okay.
it? Now Renisha, Garba.
Is it fine if I say some negative things?
You are supposed to describe the illustration. You don't have to provide opinions. And dare you not say anything about me. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we'll start with
I'm
one.
kidding. You can say anything. You
Yeah,
look
sir, I
like
know,
you're
I know, I know. So
okay.
we'll start with one. So the reason why he has 88 girlfriends is mainly because he looks good.
You don't have to do that. Describe it. Don't give reasons. So
How do I
describing means
describe
you'll
it?
you'll have to present the stats. That's all. So Vansh has 88 girlfriends. Thereafter, YT has 6. Subsequently, YD has 4 girlfriends and Sudhir LOL.
Has none.
Yeah,
Oh,
something like that.
that's all.
And this is something that you will see in various forms, but you see the base remains the same. If I change the table into a bar graph, the information is still the same. Just because it's fancier, it's not more difficult. I can change it into a line graph as well. But still, if you see, the thing is the same. And such things are what you call your writing task one. You'll be presented with an illustration, of course, not so simple, uh, but you have to provide an introduction, you have to give an overview, and you have to describe the illustration. In the introduction, you will just tell them what you know is there, like the blah 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 is about blah 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 blah. Overview, the thing at the top and the thing at the bottom. And in the description, you will provide the stats. And generally, we are talking about static charts today. We'll come to dynamic charts in another class. Any doubts here?
Sir, how many words we have to type or write?
We'll cross that bridge later. Anything
Oh,
else?
No,
150 words at least. But of course, this is a fake chart. This is like too little. Anyone?
Can you repeat the question?
Sorry? Any
Can
doubts
you?
or anything? Do you understand
No.
it?
Yeah.
Of course, the data is not going to be, so I would say meager. They are going to give you a lot of statistics, and I can do one thing for you. Like this is one example where the data has been expanded. Right, so you
That
can
was a
see
nice one.
there
That
are
was a
there
nice
are
one.
two, as in subcategories as well. So this is something that you might see as a static chart, but remember the base is still a table if they turn it into something fancier, like a pie chart, a bar graph, or any other thing of that sort, you still have only numbers to deal with or percentages to deal with. And that is why I gave some charts to you guys. And I don't know if you know it or not, but I distributed the charts in pairs. Like two of you must have gotten the pie chart, two of you must have gotten the table, and the last two must have gotten the bar graph. So it was strategically planned. I'll tell you what we're going to do there. But before that, let's hear it from Vansh. Preparation time starts, Vansh. Okay, before that, any doubts here?
No, sir.
Preparation time starts. Okay, Vansh, please turn on your mic. Start speaking now.
So I have to talk about a car that I would recommend to Shravani. The car that I would recommend to Shravani is the model Tata Nano. And the particular reason why I chose this car is because it is small, it is compact, and it is very convenient. According to Shravani's likings, maybe she does not prefer any major changes or major engine cars. Maybe she likes something more subtle or more simple, and that is why I chose this car. It has a lot of perks, but it also has its downsides. I'll begin with the perks. Firstly, it is cheap. You can get it for a price as low as 5 lakh rupees. Secondly, it is reliable. If it won't break down as much or as often as other cars due to its cheap building. Although in contrast, it should be breaking down. I just made a new model that won't. Third, it is suitable for Shravani according to her height. She would not have to adjust her seat as much, or her personal adjustments would be minimal. Fourth, it is very convenient as she's about to join college and she can use it a lot frequently for her up downs from Ruwais Abu Dhabi to Dubai. And it would be very convenient for her as it will be fuel efficient since it is an electric car. So she would not have to worry about paying for her petrol or her gas. And the money that she saves on petrol, she can invest it and buy accessories for the car or goods for her own self. Maybe clothes, maybe makeup, maybe shoes, anything that she likes. She can even get, you know, gifts for her friends, or she can give treats to her friends at a
Thank
cafe.
you. Should I say stop or shut up? Shravani. What's your pronunciation? Shravani.
It's Shravani.
Shravani.
Yeah.
And I've been calling you Shravani. Sorry. Shravani, don't give me a shrap for that. How did you like his performance?
It was nice.
Okay, then you deserve the nano. Okay, well done, Vansh. It was an excellent performance. Anyone, maybe Renisha, positives,
He was fluent with his speaking and the ideas were good.
and you still hate poha. Speak a little quicker.
He was fluent and his ideas were good.
Hmm. Any shortcomings, Dreamy?
Yeah, I do not think so.
I would also say like it was, you know, it would be Nick.
You lagged out.
Sorry,
You
again.
lagged out. You lagged out. We couldn't hear.
Wait, is it fine now?
Yeah.
Let me do something about it. Like it's still doing that. Just a sec. I'll give you the feedback again. Wait. So that was a brilliant start, Vansh. I would say nothing major, but let's learn a little maybe. One sec. I have to type that. Pronounce the two terms.
Rise and price.
Price and price, right?
Yeah.
So there's a difference in the pronunciation, and I'll have to listen to you again through the recording to be sure about it. But I think you wanted to say price, and you said price, but it's very, very insignificant, or maybe it is significant when you're talking to a native speaker or something. But just to take care of it, and you can know a concept that is of voiced and unvoiced sounds. All of you, place your hand on your neck like this and produce this sound. Zzz.
Mm,
Can you feel your vocal cords? Zzz.
Sir,
Are
I
they
don't.
vibrating? Sorry. Okay, produce the s sound. S. Price. S. Do you feel the vibrations now? Produce the z sound. Z. First of all, you will notice that both sounds are produced in the same way. The s sound and the z sound, they are produced in the same way. It's just that it is just about the voicing here. Whereas this sound, the z sound, is a voiced sound, and it will involve the vibrations. The s sound is an unvoiced one, and there'll be no vibrations. The manner of production is the same. Not feel the vibrations. And by practicing, if you kind of make such as in errors, then you might want to take care of this. You can practice it, but it was a very, very as in minor error. You might not even be penalized for that, but I wanted to show off, so I did that. No, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted you to be aware of it. Another example you can take over, maybe try producing this sound. Um, this one. First of all, see if it's a voiced one or an unvoiced one. Voiced or unvoiced?
Sir, unvoiced.
Add vibrations to it and see what it changes into. What does it change into if we add the vibrations?
Sir, more like an A sound.
Hmm?
For like it comes out like an A.
It changes into verb. Van,
Oh, right.
various. So, and such things, sometimes they can make a big difference. Like in this case, price and price, right? But at other times, they will not even be noticed. So, good job. I think it was the best so far, Vansh, I think. So, well done. But we still have some more questions.
मेरे फीडबैक के टाइम में लैग करते हैं.
Oh, is it going so much today? I didn't know that. I'm going to change my network itself now. I'm going to turn off this Wi-Fi. I didn't know it was going so bonkers today. Sorry. Is it fine now? I've changed the broadband itself now. I'm using my landlord's broadband now. Is it okay? No.
So you
Yeah.
lagged in between.
You lagged in between, but now it's okay.
Yeah, I actually was changing the network connection. I'm now using my landlord's broadband. So I might not be having a house tomorrow, but it's okay. So yeah, broadband. I was saying like it was the best performance till now, but we still have some, you know, pioneers to come. So who's the next one? Shravani.
Sorry, one query. Can you no man.
No, it's okay. What
No, can you consider Whitey as your friend on the show?
can I consider? Can you consider what?
Whitey as my friend in the show.
Do anything. You can kill him. No problem.
Okay.
Sir, that is too much, sir. Mhm.
So can I start? I'm prepared.
No, your preparation time is going on.
Okay.
You can use a new nail polish till then, but you'll have to follow the rule. And I'll do something about the network tomorrow for sure. Before the class, I am also embarrassed now. I didn't know it would act like this. Okay, Shravani Ben, with the mic on. I
Yeah,
prefer it that way.
yeah. So if I met Whitey in a reality show, firstly I would be happy because one of my friend is working in a reality show. It's not a dream, but like I would be happy because someone close to me is in a reality show. And I would congratulate him. And like, of course, as a friend, I would like send him gifts and messages. And if he was like it was not able to meet, so I would send him messages or I would call him and appreciate him for his work. And then I would support him publicly, like by posting stories on social medias and giving um, publicity on his show. And second, I would watch all the episodes of his reality show. And yeah, I would watch all the reality shows and make my friends encouraged to watch them. And after every reality show, I would post banners on my Instagram accounts to make people have some like excitement or they feel encouraged before watching the show. And yes, I don't know. I'm just lagging.
Can you restart it? Sorry.
Me again.
That is what re does in restart. Okay.
Um, I,
Avedyo. Is it correct, Gujarati?
I'm not Gujarati. I don't.
I am. Okay.
Okay, so like if Friday was working in a reality show, firstly I would be really happy because one of my friend is working in a reality show. It's not a dream, but you would be happy because someone close to you is working in a reality show. And secondly, as everyone knows, YT is good in speaking Gujarati. So if he's working in a Gujarati TV show, he would actually like blast the whole Gujarati TV show. And I would congratulate him. And if we could not meet that day, so I would send him messages or call him. And I would post banners or like stories on my Instagram or social media, any platform. And encourage and support my friend, of course. And then I would definitely watch the episodes and portray them like on my social medias that people should feel excited and encouraged to watch this TV show. And then if he's like everyone knows like there are ups and downs in reality shows, like you can have any mental effects also, so I would support him mentally also. Sorry sir, stop laughing.
No, no,
I'm
I had a
sorry.
mental effect. Sorry.
Sorry, if he would need any mental support like anything, so I would be there for him anytime. And yeah, that's all.
So first of all, clear it out. Are you in the reality show or not? Because you're using Instagram as well. And what are you doing
Repeat,
there?
you lagged.
Huh?
Can you repeat, you lagged?
I said, what is your status? Are you in the reality show or are you just watching it?
I don't watch any reality show except Tarak Mehta. That's
In
it.
this, in this as in case, are you with YT in the reality show like Big Boss? Or are you just watching him on TV?
I'm just watching him on TV. Why?
Then how will you provide the mental support?
Like you can because you're his friend. He can
Okay, will
approach
you,
me.
how will you do that? Because you are not there. See, it's not about
The mental
any
approach can be done on virtual calls also. It's not important to be physically present.
okay, so maybe he's in Nach Bali and yeah, after the performance, he called you. Okay, maybe. Because it's the first parameter is not only fluency, it's fluency and coherence in speaking. And coherence means your thing should be logical. It should make sense. So if I say you are in, you should have mentioned something like it is a reality show that uh,
Sir,
you
I
know
thought we
that
have to talk about how White is in the reality show.
if you met YT in a reality show, what would you do? So suppose both of you come out to be Big Boss contestants.
Oh,
So you are
that
Dolly
would
Bindra and he is Who else is there? Ranveer Shori. So suppose this happens, like, but of course there are other kinds of reality shows as well, as in uh, the dance shows and all. So then then he can call you after the performance. Oh, Shravani, I could not shake a leg. Encourage me. But anyway, a decent start, I would say. Well done. Now, uh, as you know, I'd given you guys some tasks to, as in discuss, to go through first of all. Now I'm gonna pair you guys, and in your breakout rooms, you will discuss what you have read, and you might want to apply the knowledge that I tried to give you in that writing task one part. Before that, any positives for any positives for Shravani Vanch?
Yes, the first
Yes.
point would be that she understood the topic and she tried to scope out all the aspects she could talk about on this topic, which is very narrow. And
I'm glad that you were able to listen to her while taking a leak because you said you were in the washroom.
no, I used AirPods.
Oh, see technology. Good.
Smart
And any
generation.
negatives, any areas to work on, maybe dreamy because you
Yes.
were yawning at times.
No, sir, it's because I was very tired from
No,
traveling.
I'm trying to instigate something. Yeah. Any
No,
areas to work on?
so I felt like she should come up with more ideas as supporting a friend is really good, but something more realistic, which you mentioned, about specifying what kind of reality show it was.
That's the best comment I've heard in a long time. Very good. Okay. Now, first of all, who got the pie chart? You guys will have to speak.
And how do you know
For
which
me,
chart
Yash
are you
Thakur.
assigned?
Sorry,
How do I know which chart I am assigned?
I messaged you before the class. Dreamy. I take my praise back. Okay, pie chart guys, speak their names.
For me, Yash Thakur.
Shravani.
My favorite. Okay. Table guys,
Sir
the
Yaksh
play,
Desai.
and I think Dreamy,
So
right?
is it that the first one was like a table, the writing task one, and
I will instruct you better. Wait, and of course now we have Ranisha and Punch. So, okay, what you're supposed to do is you read it first before the class, and it might not be very clear at that point. But now I've walked you through the basics. You can discuss it with your partner now, like how the process has been brought into the realistic picture and how I have written the task, and share some implications. Discuss it with your partner and try to understand it better. I'll be monitoring you guys. So for the discussion, I'm giving you 5 minutes. Any questions? Dream,
Can
it's
you
okay if you not
repeat?
read it. Your partner has read it, I hope. Why do you have you read it?
Yeah, sir.
I've read it also.
Sir, can you repeat what we have to do in the breakout rooms?
You have to discuss the task, like how I've written it. Have I followed that pattern? Intro, overview, description. And if I've written a description, have I used only one paragraph or more than one paragraph? How have I divided the information? Such things. As in, just try to understand it better. That is my aim. And I'm going to discuss each of them afterward. Don't worry. But before that, I want to open your minds. Okay,
What?
Shravani,
Yes.
what will you discuss in the breakout room?
I'll discuss the three points to talk about.
You'll discuss your chart. Okay. When she said three, it sounded like three, and Also sounded like creep. Okay. So I'm gonna send you to your breakout rooms now. Bye. So let's first of all, well done. I was listening to all of you, and I could see some evidence. Now, each of the pairs will explain um, its chart to the other pairs. So, have at it, Whitey and Dreamy. Explain this chart to the others. This was your chart.
Yeah, sir. So here in this given table, given information, we can see that we are given the information about underground railway systems in 6 different countries, which are London, Paris, Tokyo, Washington DC, Kyoto, and Los Angeles. And we are given two, yeah, we are given different years when they were inaugurated, and also yeah, we're given different years when they were inaugurated and their length for the station, for the railways, and how many passengers travel in them in millions per year.
So the first line follows the illustration about the introduction, while the second line, the line in general, says more about the overview of the topic. And the third and fourth paragraph shows the summary and the detailed observation about the illustration given.
Hmm. So, all of you, you can read it after the class as well. This chart was about some information regarding underground railway systems. And first of all, of course, I just paraphrase the given information. That is the introduction. Then an overview. I could see see every time that will not work. The top thing and the bottom thing, that is a shortcut that you can adopt maybe. But I saw like there was a better division here. We have this tendency to see, who is better and who is worse. And when it comes to our history, we kind of see like when we are at the middle of the in the middle of the in the middle of the century, we see like which half was better. So I saw it through that lens, and I could see like the periods or the time points before 1950 had something superior to the other times. And could you read the overview aloud to us, Vansh?
In general, the networks established before 1950 are longer and serve more individuals yearly than the networks established after 1950.
So you can see like they are longer and they are serving more people. That made a good overview. And then it's all about just mentioning the stats, nothing special over there. You can read it on your own time, those who haven't read it, but nothing extraordinary like Shravani. Okay, like Shravani is extraordinary. I mean that. Okay. Now, Ranisha and Vansh have at it.
Yeah, so this bar graph represents the courses of actions such as the part-time work, voluntary work, further studies, and unemployment of the United Kingdom graduate and postgraduate students, and when like after their college ended in 2008.
Okay,
Yeah,
no offense, Ranisha. I need it to be a little faster. Vansh, take
okay.
the lead.
Okay, so first we have the
You're,
introduction.
one sec. You are tired, so we can't rely on you a little, maybe. Ranisha, sorry. Vansh, yeah.
So first we have the introduction. It states that there are two bar graphs that gives us the information about UK graduates and UK postgraduates after the college ended in 2008. They give us four aspects to consider, which is part-time work, voluntary work, further study, and unemployment. So that's the introduction. And in the overview, we they mentioned that the distributions of the graduates and the postgraduates among the four categories were similar. So what they're trying to tell us is that graduates and postgraduates, as I said, we have been given four aspects to consider, and I mentioned them earlier. Whereas most of them continue their education, as you can see from the bar graph,
Vansh, thank
majority of
you. I'll take it from here. Thank you very much. Uh, as you can see, the categories are the same, and I could see that the trends are also, similar. Like if you see the graduates, what category is at the top? Desai, Mr. Desai.
So further studies.
And if you see postgraduates, what category is at the top?
Same, further studies.
Mr. Thakkar, graduates at the bottom.
Sir, voluntary work.
Okay, if I mispronounce something, don't mind it. It's very late here. And for
Same, sir,
postgraduates,
voluntary work.
so you can see like these analytical skills matter in your task one, whereas the soul of an essay, a writing task two, is your reasoning ability. The clincher here, the thing that is really pajamas here is your analytical skills, how you perceive the picture to be, because you have to summarize the information. And I can say you have to textualize the data. Now, if you just write numbers over there without any analytical, uh, maybe shenanigans, if I may say so, without any, as in, how should I put it simply, without any analytical um, fascination, don't expect to, achieve the stars, reach the stars or something. Such things, if you're able to observe, you'll really make a mark. But still, if you think that it is not your thing and you have better things to do in life, then that formula will work. The category at the top, the category at the bottom. Uh, Here I had mentioned that, and I mentioned one more thing in the overview. Like, let's read the overview aloud. Shravani,
In general, the distributors of the graduates and the postgraduates among the four categories were similar, whereas the most of them continued their education, the fewest chose voluntary work. Furthermore, in each category, the number of the graduates was nearly 7 to 11 times the number of the postgraduates.
thank you. Even though the trends are similar, there's a disparity, there's a stark contrast between the numbers uh, in the two categories. If you see 345, 3500 for the voluntary work, 3500 graduates, 345
Sir,
postgraduates. Yeah,
sir, it's almost 10 times of what's in the postgraduates compared to graduates.
yeah, something like that. That is what I've mentioned. So if you are able to do only so much, that will also be fine. Like if you mention this, uh, if you mention only this, you will still bring home the bacon. Like you'll have to say like graduates and postgraduates and all, but only this point will also serve the purpose. But if you want to crank it up, then you'll have to do a little more. And the introduction is just the introduction and then the stats, nothing special there. You can read it, and if you had any doubts, you would want to contact me personally. Okay, YT, show us your jalwa.
Yeah, so in introduction. Okay, the introduction is that the given pie chart shows us what is the proportion of water are taken up by industrial use, agriculture use, and domestic use in 6 regions or 6 areas of on the earth. On the earth. Okay, overview. Overview. Okay, now if you see the industrial use, you will find that the Europe has the highest use of highest industrial use, and you will see the Central Asia as the lowest industrial use, and you will find the exactly opposite in agriculture use, where Central Asia is leading and Europe is very low. Where in domestic use, you will find South America as a leading and Southeast Asia and Central Asia with the same percentage at a very low point.
Okay, आज की ताजा खबर. I wanted you to speak something significant. When you see this picture, what is the first thing that you observe? That should be the overview. If you just ignore the text, what comes to your mind? Like, what is the most striking feature here? I'm sorry,
Right.
Vaiti, I was a little rude. I should not have said that, but I had higher hopes. So, what is that thing that strikes you the most when you see it without the text?
So the ratios,
The
I'll say.
the proportions, right? You see that those lines are covering a lot of the area. Then you get to see the category name, agricultural use. That is for the next step. But if you see this particular category without even looking at the stats, we can see this category is like Mukesh Ambani. It's
Okay.
had the most. And when you look at someone so rich as he, you will want to look at someone so poor as. So, what is that category that comes out to be the weakest without even looking at the stats
Sorry, sir,
overall?
can you repeat?
Like, if we are looking at John Cena, we will also be wanting to look at someone weak. So, if we see that agricultural use has come out to be the strongest, you can see the category that is the weakest also without even looking at the stats. What is that category?
Sir, domestic use.
So, that will make your overview. Why do we have pie charts to compare things? So we can see like industrial use still has its place under the sun because of these two regions, North America and Europe. But this poor person, this poor thing, domestic use is like the weakest one. And that will make a very lovely overview, which will be read by Mr. Desai now.
In general, while farming applications are the predominant category, household chores consume the least of the natural resource.
The natural resource here is that water thing. So this is how you write an overview. An overview is written to give an idea of the overall picture. Like if I have to, um, okay, give me an overview of maybe the movie PK. Anyone?
The movie is about a guy coming from a different world.
And losing his remote power. Okay, yeah. So you can say it comments on the religious system through the eyes of an alien, because that's the most important thing, right? That is the overall picture. So something similar may be here. What will give you an idea without the details is the overview. You perhaps were going too much into detail, Yash, when you started speaking, but no offense, forgive me.
Okay.
मन ने माफ करी दियो, correct?
Um,
Not correct. And then introduction, you know what it is, and stats. Like I kept three pie charts in one category, in one paragraph. And you know why I would keep these three together? They look very similar. Amar Akbar Anthony. The distribution looks similar, and you can merge the data. Like you can say uh, the stats for agricultural use are between 80% and 90%. That will cover these three. Now, I hope you understand such terminology. 4/5. What is that percentage? 4/5.
Sir, I was just asking that.
80%.
I will come to your question, Yaksh. What did you say, Vansh?
80%.
A quarter,
Huh? What?
a quarter.
You said percentage of 4/5.
That was correct.
Acha,
Yeah, a quarter. What would that percentage be?
20.
Hmm?
1/5, right?
Quarter.
25.
Yeah. Such terminology, if you use it in task one, you might get to drink a quarter. Pun intended. Now, Yaksh, what was your question?
Sir, I was like, sir, you told that this three we have to mention in the overview or the introduction, sir.
What?
Sir, you said, right, we can merge these three datas, the last three
The
pie charts.
data will be in the description. The data can't be in the overview.
Okay. No, no, sir, you said we can merge these three and we have to write them in the description part.
Yeah, and even if we are merging them, we are still writing the data, right?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Between 4/5 and 90%. So it's your duty now to read all of them after the class. If you didn't, then the Ben will see you. Okay. This is our writing task one, like some elements of it. And I've given you some important information that you can go through. Yeah, Yaksh,
Sir, we can get either of these three graphs, right?
this is not over. We still have more types.
Oh, all right, all right.
You can get any of them for sure.
Okay, sir.
The other things are more or less the same, vocab, grammar, and coherence and cohesion. Here you have task achievement. And as you can see, the overview is of paramount importance here. If you need a band 7 in task achievement, you need to present a clear overview. If you don't do that, then it will do you. And remember, don't be uh, like, don't be mechanical. This is at 85%, that is at 90%, that is at this percent. Nothing is gonna take root then. Be very linguistic. And some things that you can read after the class: how to write an introduction. I've attached some screenshots from the official website, from one of the official websites, maybe. They have given you some samples and some do's and don'ts, like write a clear introduction, paraphrase the question. Like, these are, I think, some sample introductions for a table, for a chart, for a diagram. Then the overview, how to write it. They have given you some samples as well. Here are some samples, overview. Uh, for example, let's see this one. In brief, Germany was the major producer of vehicles over this period, followed by France and Norway, or whatever. These are just samples. Remember, you have to mention each and every category. If you miss out on any of them, life will suck. As in, if in this case, you forget any of the regions, you forget North America, for example, you're screwed. And similarly, if you miss out on any of the three, industrial use, agricultural use, domestic use, again, your life will be sad like mine. Uh, then I think, yeah, here they have talked about the key features only. And this is your homework task. I just want you to see the importance of the key features. If you see here, um, you don't have to read the GT points. GT is like general training. There's that second exam, no? You just have to see you have to see the points without A or GT, or with A. A point with GT should be avoided
Sir,
because
what
that
is
is for
A?
IELTS. Apple. A for academic. IELTS academic, which you are gonna take. Uh, for example, highlights key features, and key features are nothing but all those categories that I, you know, emphasized. Like, you should not miss them. All these notes will be given to you, of course. And then homework. Okay, any doubts here? Task one, like the stuff we have done today. Writing task one only up to that point, I'm saying.
No doubt, sir.
On a count of five, I'll move on. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, 5. Okay, no doubts. Okay, Dreamy, your turn. I'm gonna turn on the timer. Your preparation time starts. Remember, I'll be sending you the feedback in the morning. Turn on the mic, Dreamy, and start speaking.
The upcoming event YD and I will be involved in is our school farewell. It is given to the students of grade 12. In our school, our 11th graders, the juniors, prepare a farewell for us. They organize the event. They set up the catering, they set up the venue, they decorate the halls, and they invite the guests. For us, we just have to get ready and attend the event, eat and dance, and go home. Our parents are also to be attending the farewell. While the mementos are given to us, they will be watching us sitting and clapping. We are supposed to go and receive the mementos from the teachers and the students that give us. The farewell that we organized last year in our school, where we decorated the stage with balloons, we ordered some cakes, and we set up the catering, which was consisting of a lot of food, different varieties of foods. While our seniors, the 12th graders, were just arriving after we were done, we had to welcome them by standing in line near the gates, and we had to clap as they walked in, as well as the parents accompanying them. We also have to set up a budget for the farewell while keeping in mind the cost, the catering, the everything that is needed for a very well planned farewell. Our school teachers are supposed to just be enjoying the event, and they're not supposed to help us. While We do not, as being a 12th grader, we do not help them, and we are just supposed to enjoy the farewell. It's our last year, and this will be the event that everyone in 12th grade is looking forward to attend. This is also a memory that will sum up the whole 12 years
Okay,
of.
thank. I loved it. Anyone with a positive point? Maybe Renisha.
She was fluent in speaking, and I like the idea of farewell. Like, yeah.
Thank you. That was fast. Okay. Any areas to work on, Vansh?
I think I'm not very sure, but I think somewhere the pronunciation was compromised. I'm not sure about that. And grammar. That's it. Everything else was online.
Yeah. As in, it's good that you're providing feedback. I'll listen to your answers again in the morning, and then I'll type the feedback maybe. Uh, Remember, like, since again, thank you, Vansh, for mentioning this. In pronunciation, remember when we are speaking continuously, some sounds are lost naturally. So suppose I would otherwise pronounce this term like this. Let me type it first,
Could I add one last thing?
please.
Also, the pace. It could have been a bit slower, like to make the person who is listening understand it more clearly.
Okay, I'll consider that. Uh, in isolation, I would pronounce it like guests, guests. But maybe when I'm speaking, as in when my discourse is going on, it could go like guests or something like that. Some sounds are lost sometimes. Guests or whatever she spoke, I think it was fine. Uh, that is actually a characteristic of natural speech. Sometimes the pronunciation that is heard in isolation is different from the pronunciation that is heard in continuous speech. That is what I'm trying to put forth here. Uh, right now, I would disagree with you, Vansh. I don't think she had any pace issues, but this is not to, this is not to pick a fight or anything. Don't kill me. You have a good
No,
body, I
no,
know. But
it's
as
personal
in,
opinion.
yeah, I think your pace was perfectly fine. I can't really comment on the language right now. I'll have to watch the video maybe. But to me, it was, you nailed it. Okay, good job, Trini. Uh, now is our Whitey's turn. Preparation time starts. Sorry. What's the time at your end?
10:43,
10:45.
43.
Okay, Mr. Precision. Okay, off you go. Turn on the mic.
Yes. Okay. So I have to speak about the last time I met Renisha. So the last time I met Renisha was today in the school. So things start up like we both live nearby. So we share the same bus. So we meet almost every morning in the bus. And today I missed my bus, which is not a big thing for me. I miss it 3 times a week. So this is a very usual thing for me. So today I met her in school while she was arriving from the assembly, and I just saw her, but we didn't have a conversation between us. But things take up differently in the second period, where I was very hungry, and we all were very hungry, and we had some food to eat around it, and I bought garlic bread, and everyone loves garlic bread, so everyone finished it up, and everything was done, and suddenly she comes in, and she was asking me about my food, and I told her I bought garlic bread, but it is over now. So she told me, she was threatening me about that I didn't give her garlic bread, and now she will call me up, and she was threatening me not to give milk bikis, which is my favorite biscuit. and then things doesn't go that way. I got my milk bikis, yes. And then we come up to the English period where we were making fun of Whitey, and we were a bit racist also about Whitey. And this is how we met today. And the last moment when in the chemistry period, we were sitting at the last bench and we were having fun. Me, Vansh, and Vaidi and Renisha making fun of each other. And this is how I met her, and this is how we spent our whole day. And we had a see off at the end by our bus where she had a
Okay,
stop at 20.
awesome, very good, well done. I think with the passage of the class, you guys have gotten the hang of it. Like how maybe you were already good. I'm not gonna take the credit and all, but I feel that toward the you know latter half, the answers have improved content wise or whatever. And I again, sorry, I'm tired now. Sorry, I again didn't see anything major to discuss right now. But if someone has something, okay, first of all, positives. You nailed it again. You also nailed it, YT.
Thank you.
Yeah, anyone. YD, he was racist. Take it out now.
Good speaking, sir.
He wanted to show another finger. It's okay. Vansh,
Yeah, it was pretty decent overall, except for the fact that maybe a few things could have been left out of the speech, which may offend the examiner. I'm not saying it definitely will, it might. In particular, the racist part. It
but
might
don't take
no,
it too seriously. You're not gonna take the exam with the CN and IBN people.
no, that's
They
not what
won't
I meant.
even.
But no, that's not what I
Okay,
meant. I think they understood. So
continue it.
yeah, and pronunciation, that was a sure I noticed that this time, which is fine. It wasn't very frequent. It was just minor, few times. Everything else was fine. The
Okay.
pace was fine.
Why
The
is that
idea was
racist part? Like he meant it in a very jovial way, I think. What
agreed, agreed. I wouldn't
what
mind it,
was
but
that?
imagine the person that is listening to him. He might get an impersonation of Whitey as, racist. Could offend him, could not. I don't know. Better to
Okay,
leave it out.
I actually have a very practical example that I can show you, but girls might mind it. I have a video with a foreigner, and there I said something that was a little inappropriate, but the examiner didn't mind that. But it is a little 18 plus. So if the girls will allow it, if the girls allow it, I can show it to you. But if they can mind it, then I'll send the boys that video after the class. It's just that it doesn't matter. Like a couple of slips here and there, context wise, and it was not like I abused the person or anything. It was a speaking test. Okay, I think you guys are mature enough. I can show you that. Just to clarify this, so that you're not overly conscious while taking the exam. And he was an old man. It's not like I, you know, became a gangster over there or something. This is just to eliminate this overconscious element, nothing else. And it's on my YouTube. That means it's not too harsh. I, only a few students in a month, but I make sure that I am the only guardian over here.
Said, I noticed in one of your written pieces that you said you like to read.
I love to read.
And what sort of books
Okay, no one will judge me after this.
do you like?
Mostly philosophical. I have just, I'm actually reading that only. I'm reading a lot of books right now, but the one that I can talk about off the top of my head is The Denial of Death, Ernest Becker. And I love reading these philosophies because I think the solutions to, I think, all problems are hidden in the psychology only, and all the problems are just offshoots of what we have created at those fundamental levels. So when I get to read them, when I get to introspect, I really have those cerebral orgasms, like, oh yeah, this was the thing, that was the, sorry sir, for the,
That's right.
for want
What
of a
an
better word,
expression.
a catharsis, sorry. Yeah, so I really have that fountain of joy. Okay, I hope you got your answer, Vansh. And don't you dare judge me. It was an
No,
accident.
I understand. So it's fine then. It was overall.
Yeah, so you don't have to be overly cautious. That is what my point was. So if you were so cautious, your fluency would take a hit. It might happen. So I don't want that. Now, uh, I loved it, as in YT. Any other person who has any pearls of wisdom for YT? YD, why are you sitting like anything? Yeah. Are you fine?
Yeah.
I love all races. Don't worry. Okay, no feedback to our kid Shravani. Bless him with some words.
I don't have words.
Okay, she indirectly showed me a finger. Uh, Renisha, she
No,
has actually
sir.
raised her hand. Yeah. No, Dreamy.
Nothing.
Whom did you meet at school? Yaksh, whose name did you
Renisha.
mention?
Renisha.
Thank God you didn't meet her earlier. You would have reached the classroom very late. Sorry. Okay, now we'll move on to our listening part. Yesterday, we did section one. Do you remember it? Two people talk, and it's about what is a monologue.
So can you repeat? You were lagging. Again, you are lagging.
Yeah, it's fine now. I'm back. Uh, Let me restart it. Section one we did yesterday, which was a two-way conversation about something very banal, like, oh, which course are you offering and all. But section one was like that. Section two is a monologue. What is a monologue? Don't get so afraid. Like, have you seen Pyar Ka Panchnama?
Like spoken by one person. Like
Yeah,
it's one.
one person will speak for long. Okay, very good, Shravani. That's why my favorite. So you'll get to listen to only one person now, and the context will be non-academic. Like, you're not going to listen to a professor here. It might be, the it might be it might be like this. You are listening to Atmaram Tukaram Bide. He's talking about the houses, like what constructions are to be done and what other things are to be done. But there'll be only one speaker. Now, keep your pencil and paper ready. I'm going to play the second part now. Renisha, do you know who Bide is?
Yeah.
Who?
He's an actor. An actor.
Band 9 for this answer. Okay. Here we go.
And we keep the number of participants down, so you'll get as much help as you need.
Excellent. I'd love to be able to make
and transport.
YT, you had made some mistakes yesterday. Did you go through this section 1 again?
Yeah, the section 1. Yeah, I did. Then I got my
Those-
mistakes. What I did.
Sure.
Yeah.
It is the end.
It's coming.
Part 2. You will hear a tour guide, Lou Miller, speaking to a group of people about a boat trip they are going to take around the Australian island of Tasmania. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 14.
Sir,
Yes, please.
are we supposed to like send you the answers after this?
No, do you remember what we did yesterday?
Oh,
You will
yeah.
solve this and I'll show you the answers.
Okay, sir.
I need some garlic bread now. It's the last activity, dreamy. Then you can dream.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 14.
So, hello everyone. My name's Lou Miller, and I'm going to be your tour guide today as we take this fantastic boat trip around the Tasmanian coast. Before we set off, I just want to tell you a few things about our journey. Our boats aren't huge, as you can see. We already have 3 staff members on board, and on top of that, we can transport a further 15 people, that's you, around the coastline. But please note, if there are more than 9 people on either side of the boat, we'll move some of you over. Otherwise, all 18 of us will end up in the sea. We've recently upgraded.
So you
Now
loved.
have these comfortable dark red seats.
It's okay. I'll play it again.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 14.
So, hello everyone. My name's Lou Miller, and I'm going to be your tour guide today as we take this fantastic boat trip around the Tasmanian coast. Before we set off, I just want to tell you a few things about our journey. Our boats aren't huge, as you can see. We already have 3 staff members on board, and on top of that, we can transport a further 15 people, that's you, around the coastline. But please note, if there are more than 9 people on either side of the boat, we'll move some of you over. Otherwise, all 18 of us will end up in the sea. We've recently upgraded all our boats. They used to be jet black, but our new ones now have these comfortable dark red seats and a light green exterior in order to stand out from others and help promote our company. This gives our boats a rather unique appearance, don't you think? We offer you a free lunchbox during the trip, and we have 3 types. Lunchbox 1 contains ham and tomato sandwiches. Lunchbox 2 contains a cheddar cheese roll. And Lunchbox 3 is salad-based and also contains eggs and tuna. All 3 lunchboxes also have a packet of crisps and chocolate bar inside. Please let staff know which lunchbox you prefer. I'm sure I don't have to ask you not to throw anything into the sea. We don't have any bins to put litter in, but Jess, myself, or Ray, our other guide, will collect it from you after lunch and put it all in a large plastic sack.
Now listen and answer questions 15 to 20.
The engine on the boat makes quite a lot of noise, so before we head off, let me tell you a few things about what you're going to see. This area is famous for its ancient lighthouse, which you'll see from the boat as we turn past the first little island. It was built in 1838 to protect sailors, as a number of shipwrecks had led to significant loss of life. The construction itself was complicated, as some of the original drawings kept by the local council show. It sits right on top of the cliffs in a very isolated spot. In the 19th century, there were many jobs there, such as polishing the brass lamps, chopping firewood, and cleaning windows that kept lighthouse keepers busy. These workers were mainly prison convicts until the middle of that century, when ordinary families willing to live in such circumstances took over. Some of you have asked me what creatures we can expect to see. I know everyone loves the penguins, but they're very shy and unfortunately tend to hide from passing boats. But you might see birds in the distance, such as sea eagles, flying around the cliff edges where they nest. When we get to the rocky area inhabited by fur seals, we'll stop and watch them swimming around the coast. They're inquisitive creatures, so don't be surprised if one pops up right in front of you. Their predators, orca whales, hunt along the coastline too, but spotting one of these is rare. Dolphins, on the other hand, can sometimes approach on their own or in groups. Famous for its caves, and the ones we'll pass by are so amazing that people are lost for words when they see them. They can only be approached by sea, but if you feel that you want to see more than we're able to show you, then you can take a kayak into the area on another day, and one of our staff will give you more information on that. What we'll do is to go through a narrow channel, past some incredible rock formations, and from there we'll be able to see the openings to the caves, and at that point we'll talk to you about what lies beyond.
That is the end of part 2. You now have half a minute to check your answers to part 2. Part 3.
You have some time. Check your answers, like confirm them. Check your answers, part 2. And send me your scores. I'm so happy, Whitey. Not bad, Renisha. YD, I expected better, but it's okay. Okay, I can interpret your score, Dreamy. It's 9, right? So well done. So you already have the link. If you need to do it again, you can do it again. You can read the transcript as well. And some of you had given me this feedback that the feedback should be a little more personalized. That is why I have changed that mode, and I'll send you the feedback in the morning. And you should have, as in, if you didn't let me know what the problems are, you would be suffering. So it's up to you now. You would have to send me your feedback, only the negative one. I don't need the praise. And the internet, of course, one knows this. We used to have our SAT classes, and it didn't trouble me so much at that time. And it's my responsibility. I'll do something about it first thing in the morning. But you are supposed to be sending me some feedback on today's class. It's okay, you can send it to me in the morning whenever you're free. And any questions about today's class. Your homework is just that writing thing. Reading, I will start tomorrow.
What writing thing?
Pie chart.
Oh, okay.
You beautiful thing, that pie chart. And I've sent you the notes. You can download them. There's one file in the chat box named 2. It has everything that you need. Your homework would be that. And if you want to redo the second section in listening, you can do it. If I had any other piece of homework, I would send it in the group. Now, if you have any questions, go ahead. If you don't, then I think it's time to bid adieu. Anyone? Shravani? I love silent words. Whitey?
No.
Rimi?
No, sir.
Renisha?
No.
Whitey?
Sir, can you repeat the homework again?
Only one thing I've said, the pie chart thing, and it is written like homework in the
Okay,
file.
sir.
Mr. Thakkar, Vansh Thakkar.
Nope.
Okay then. Bye everyone. See you tomorrow.
Good night. Take care.
Night.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir.